So we're looking at this old house right now, and we haven't been close up to it before, but I definitely feel spirit of a woman upstairs. And she looks pretty old. She lived here, like, I want to say in the 40s. She definitely has a look on her face. She had freckles. She had freckles on her face, and she had terrible back. I also get somebody else who lived in the house who is either a son. I think it was a son. And I believe he lived here with her, and I think he operated the dairy farm here. So I see that. I just get this kind of heavy feeling in the kitchen area of this house, wherever that would be. So definitely there is some spirit activity here. You may smell, sometimes you might smell charcoal in the house, because for some reason I feel like one of these structures had a fire, and it's almost like I get this charcoal smell in the house. I'm not even in the house. This house is, I want to say 1920s, 1940s, around that era. I'm just, I'm getting like men, I'm getting brothers. So I'm thinking that maybe brothers ran the farm, or ran the dairy farm at that time. But the woman was here, and I felt like she had a stroke at one time, and she wasn't good at walking. I just see her kind of stumbling around. I'm also picking up the spirit of a cat here. I see a black cat. So I see little animal spiritism going through. But this woman is definitely upstairs in this house. So it's definitely been through a lot of days, and was connected to the old dairy farm that was here. I felt they had other farms too, not just this one. I felt like the family was in this area, but I'm not sure if you would find too much of the family left here. I definitely see a man around the house that, around this home, more recent days, who has kind of lighter skin and almost like reddish hair. No, I don't know who that would be. But very light skin.
Around this time period?
Well, I want to say maybe before your family lived here.
Uh-huh.
But definitely there was some Civil War action on that hill over there too.
I found a Louisiana button over there.
Okay. You know, the first name that came to me was Alabama, actually. Regiment, possibly Louisiana and Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
Very far south.
I found Louisiana, Texas, South Carolina, so far.
And those came through different periods, different times, like not all the same groups. They were passing through. She was from Virginia, though. She was from a small town, she says, north of here. And also, is there a Fairfax, Virginia?
Uh-huh. Yes.
Yeah, Fairfax.
It's probably an hour or so, 2 away, maybe.
Okay. She says she's buried over at a cemetery that's pretty close to here, I believe.
A big cemetery?
I think it's pretty big.
Signal Hill?
It's possible.
Right up on 301.
I mean, some of the dates go back to 1800s, but hers would be...
They're still doing burials there today. This huge... It's right on the other side of the river.
For some reason I got like 59, somewhere around then.
Okay.
So she would have been born early 1900s, or possibly before. No, probably could have been late 18. I mean, she looked, when she passed, I want to say she was like in her 70s, maybe.
Do you know why she's still here?
This is kind of where her family was. It was the only family she had. It was where her son or her sons were. I felt like her husband might have died early on, and she just told me tuberculosis, possibly, which is kind of, well, it's possible at that time.
Who died of that?
I think her husband.
Okay.
Do you know any history about them?
No. I only dig up the 1800s. I need to do more on them.
Yeah, but she is very attached to the house. She did a lot of sewing, she says. That's pretty much what I get about her, and I could even draw her out. She's got a very easy to identify face.
Yeah. And with it being that time frame, I should be able to find some kind of documentation on them.
I would think so in the town records.